Hello and welcome back. I am so happy that you're here again. I'm excited to be making another video. Today I am going to start something that I realized I probably should have started a little bit ago, but really it's better late than never. So something that I love to do is make Halloween costumes. Halloween is my favorite holiday, and for the past 6 years, I think, we've put on a Halloween dance party, so it's really fun. I have really good emotions tied to it, and it's probably one of my favorite times of the year. Every year that we've had one of these parties, I start creating my costume a little bit earlier in the year. The first year I probably started in October. The year after that, September. My most time-consuming and best costume, I started probably in August. This year I think I started in either June or July. So if you have not realized, Taylor Swift is my favorite artist. So the majority of my costumes over the past 6 or so years have been Taylor Swift costumes or outfits that she's worn on the red carpet or on tour. So one year I tried to recreate a look from the Blank Space music video when she's walking down the stairs and she's wearing this beautiful lacy black dress. I dyed my hair blonde for that. The next Taylor Swift costume I did was actually with a group of friends, and it was really fun, and I recreated her circus ringleader red outfit, the coat with the tails, and it was covered in like jewels, and that was the one that I started in August, and I made that one almost completely from scratch. I bought the jacket but then adjusted it and changed things on it to make it look like her jacket, and then I hand glued every single tiny rhinestone onto the jacket, which took me months, and I bought so many packs of rhinestones and it took forever, and I was still gluing them on the night of the party. It was crazy, but honestly it was like the best costume I've ever made. So here's the jacket. As you can see, there's a ton of rhinestones on it, front and back. But yeah, so I created these. I added these little lapels on there, made this vest from scratch, and then I made some shorts to go along with it. So that was amazing. That was me and my friends recreating the looks from the Look What You Made Me Do music video, and the one that I did was the red circus leader costume that Taylor wore on her Red tour. So yeah, that one was my most successful in my opinion, the one I'm most proud of. It's the one that I actually keep and hold on to. Parts of it are falling apart, but I can't throw it away. It took me so long and I'm so proud of it, and I wear it once in a while. So here are some pictures of that costume and what that looked like, as well as a comparison with Taylor Swift's costume. I thought I did a pretty decent job. Then last year, I tried to recreate this ensemble from the Taylor Swift Me music video from the Lover album. That one I created completely from scratch, and I thought I did an amazing job there as well. However, the actual construction was not that good because during the night of the party, the back split open and it was pretty much destroyed. Because of that, I threw it away. I kind of wish I would have kept it. I'm really bummed that I did that. I know that it was destroyed, but I think it would have been cool to keep as like a souvenir or just a memory and proof of the fact that I made this thing, and I think that would have been awesome, but unfortunately I threw it away. So as you can see, I get very into costumes, especially when they have to do with Taylor Swift. So over this past year, I've obviously been looking around for costumes that I could do for this year. I kind of keep an eye out on what Taylor's been wearing and what's in her music videos and just different events that she goes to see if there's anything that catches my eye. And this year, I have made my decision very early, and I've decided to make her long pink cape with the gold jewels and beaded embroidery and rhinestones, as well as the gold bodysuit, because I think it's beautiful. The reason I wish that I would have thought of this earlier is because I would have wanted to document my entire process, but I've already started it. I've already made the basic cape, and I've started to create the bodysuit. The cape itself, I'm going to post a few pictures of the process because I did take pictures of the process. I did want to document this. For some reason, a video did not cross my mind, but obviously I just got some nice chiffon fabric. It feels very nice on my skin, and I had to buy a ton of it because it's a really long cape, and so I obviously got a pattern for just a regular hooded cape, and I didn't add the hood, so I just cut it out, sewed it together, and I've already added the gold clasp to keep the cape together. So for the gold bodysuit, I was browsing the fabrics at Joann Fabrics. I came across this gold fabric that just reminded me of the bodysuit, like spot on. And so I bought a bunch of it, but then realized that the fabric's a little fragile. I don't think I could actually put a bodysuit together from the fabric. I kind of feel like it would fall apart. I figured I could actually just get like a leotard and then maybe sew the fabric on top of that, and so I wouldn't have to actually get a pattern or actually make a bodysuit. So here's the fabric that I got, and it's very stretchy, but it's also pretty thin, and I just feel like it would fall apart if I tried to make a bodysuit out of it. But yeah, so I just got a ton of this, and I think it looks a lot like the bodysuit that she wears. I think that the bodysuit she wears is actually beaded, but I really don't want to do what I did with the rhinestones on the red jacket because I think that would be just way too time consuming, and I really don't want to do that again. I've already started to sew on the fabric pieces to the leotard. A few issues that I have already come across is when I first tried to cut out the gold fabric pieces to put on the leotard, I was not thinking it through. See, I learned how to sew for costumes. I haven't had any formal training. I'm not very experienced with it. I pretty much do it once a year when I make my Halloween costume. So I don't think things through correctly sometimes, and I try to cut out the fabric pieces based on the leotard just laying on my table. And then so I sewed it on, it looked amazing. And then I put it on, and I forgot that, you know, when you put on a leotard, it's very stretchy, and so it's gonna go over and become bigger on your body. So the leotard did not fit anymore because it wasn't able to stretch. I had made the fabric pieces too small, and that was really annoying, and so I had to rip out all those stitches, throw away the fabric because at that point it was unusable. So then I had a friend trace the actual sections of the leotard while I was wearing it on some tissue paper, and then I was able to cut out accurate sizes for the fabric, and that's where I'm at right now. I'm starting to try to sew on the fabric pieces to the leotard. It's not perfect, it's kind of wonky, but I think once I get all the fabric pieces on, I'll be able to figure it out and it'll be okay. But right now, I have most of the sections on. It looks really bad, so please don't judge me at this point. So here we go. I had to create a front, side, and a back piece. The front and the both sides are on there right now, and when I wear it, it stays on, it stretches okay, it looks fine. And then the back, I'm just kind of halfway through, so I still have to kind of sew on the crotchal area and then the top up here, and then I guess we'll see if it fits once I'm done with that. Because they're in sections where the sections meet at the seams, they're just like loose edges. I don't know if you can see that. So this is like where the pieces meet, and like that obviously looks really bad. So I'm trying to go through and like sew them together so it looks less terrible, and so that the actual raw edges aren't just sticking out like that. So that's the step I'm on. That's what I need to do so far. And once that's done, I'll be able to move on to putting gold on the sleeves, as well as finishing the edges here by adding some bias tape. And then I'll get to add all the fun little extras that go on, like the fringe and the tassels and stuff like that. So I'm really excited for that part. That's my favorite part. This is my least favorite part so far. So I will update you once I start doing that. Here is the cape so far. It's very long. It's chiffon, and I've never worked with it before in this capacity, and so I didn't look up tips on how to sew with it and work with it until after I sewed the cape together. So I probably could have made these a lot smoother if I would have done that, but honestly, it's for a Halloween costume, so it's not that big of a deal. But yeah, so I put this clasp on there. It kind of looks like this. I'm actually really proud of it, and I'm super excited. I already bought some beaded appliques to put on here. They are really expensive, so I'm a little worried about getting enough to actually cover what I need to cover, but there's some on the shoulders, some on the back, and some down the sides on the front. So I'm really excited for that, and I will update you as I complete this as well. Hello! Today I'm gonna try to just finish sewing up this last piece. So basically I just have to sew it from like here to here and here to here all the way up into the crotch, and then I'm done sewing the gold part on, which is exciting. I might give it a try on, see if it all fits okay. Hopefully it does, and then I'll update you from there. So Oh my god, it takes so long to thread a needle. So it's pretty much sewed on. I'm wearing it right now. It fits fairly well. Obviously this needs to be neatened up a lot and all the accessories added to it, but I guess as a base it looks pretty decent. Oh hey, so I just got a package in the mail from Etsy, and it's supposed to be some of the appliques that I bought for my cape, so some of the like beaded rhinestoney gold things, so I'm gonna open it and hope that it's what I want and what I need, because if not, that's annoying because I'm pretty sure it came from China and it was really expensive and I don't really know what returns would look like. It would probably be really expensive to return it. Okay, so I'm hoping. Well, they are very gold, so this would go like here. All right, that actually looks pretty good. So I got this one, one for each side. So 2 down this way, 2 down this way, and then I got, ooh, I don't know if this matches, but I got this trim to go around like the collar, like that. I mean, it'll probably work. I just wonder if they match. I mean, I guess that doesn't look terrible, right? That doesn't look terrible. I'm gonna go see what it looks like on the cape. Here's like one piece on. I guess that looks pretty decent. And then I'd put, you know, another one down there. Just ignore. There's another project underneath the cape right now. And I mean, that doesn't look terrible with this, I guess. I mean, this clasp is not the same color gold as this, but honestly, it's for a Halloween party that will be in the dark. So I think it'll work. So it is kind of a sad day because I've made the decision that I'm gonna completely start over and use a completely different strategy for my gold bodysuit, because I completely covered this thing. I started to try to sew on the edging, the bias tape, and it's just not working. It looks super frumpy when I wear it, and it's really small. Like when I put it on, it doesn't fit the same way that the leotard did when I didn't put the fabric sewn onto it. I'm just gonna start over. I'm gonna try to make a bodysuit from scratch. I think I have a bunch of this fabric. I think I have enough left, even though this is like my 3rd time trying to make the bodysuit and cut out patterns from this fabric. I think I still have enough to make a bodysuit from scratch. And if not, I think they still have some of the fabric at Joann's. I'm gonna try to find a pattern that looks like the bodysuit and try to make one from scratch. So I'm gonna throw this one away. The only thing that I'm worried about is I think this fabric is pretty thin, and so I don't know if it's gonna like rip if I use that as the only fabric as my costume. So I don't know if I'm gonna have to add like a lining to it or something, but I'll figure it out, I'm sure. Okay, I know the lighting is really bad, but I sewed it on and I think it looks pretty good. Exciting. All right, so I'm trying something else. I cut off all the gold fabric that I sewed to this leotard, and I am going to cut it up into pieces based on the panels that it was created out of. And then I'm gonna use that as my pattern for creating a leotard out of the fabric. We'll see if that works. I don't really have money to buy a pattern right now, so I'm gonna try that and I'll let you know how it goes. Okay guys, so it looks okay, except for the fact that it's way too short. Like if I stood up straight, it would not cover anything. So I have a little bit of fabric left and I'm doing one more time. This is like my 5th time trying this, cutting out from this fabric. Thank God I bought as much as I did. I think I just made it like way taller. I think the rest of it fits okay. I had to cut out the back just to, I think I might put in a zipper to make it easier to put on. So I think it's gonna be okay, but yeah, it's like way too short, and if I pull it up, it would probably rip or give me a wedgie. So I cut out some more pieces and hopefully it works this time, because otherwise I'm gonna have to buy something completely new, and I'm super poor, so that probably wouldn't happen. And then I'd probably just wear a cape. So here we go. Oh, yes. Oh my gosh, you guys, finally, it's up high enough. I think once I put straps on it, it'll be fine. It actually fits me. I think the back looks okay, who knows? I am so happy right now. This was the last of my fabric. All right, so this is where I'm at. I figured this out. It took me a while. I had to remake a bunch of different stuff. I had to make a whole nother layer so that I don't flash anybody wearing the costume. And I started adding some of the accessories. I don't know what you call that on. I still need to sew that on, but I need to do a lot of the other straps. I need to add some straps here. Also, since I had to make another layer to not flash anybody, I just added this layer on top. And so the back is like completely unfinished, just like straight up. Yeah, it's meant to just be seen from the front. I don't know why that lighting is so yellow. I added these straps. I have to figure out this bottom crotchal area. I think right now it's too big. It's also like not connected to the bottom layer. I have to figure that out. But I did this so that I could put it on my dress form. And I have some shoulder patches coming in the mail. I have some other like jeweled rhinestoney appliques coming, and then I have some beaded gold fringe to put on the sides of the hips, and I have some shoes coming. So other than that, that's where I'm at, and I think it's going pretty well. I think I'll get it done in time, and I'm excited. Hey guys, I finished it. I was actually really nervous that it was gonna look really bad, but I just finished it, and I'm actually really happy with it. So it's not like super well done, like it could probably fall apart any minute, but I think the look pretty much, like it's not exact at all, but I think it has like at least enough bling for what I could afford. I think I did a pretty decent job. So yeah, what's up guys, I'm Taylor Swift. Okay, bye.